today as we look at MRC's hopes, dreams, goals, and prayers for all of us this year and beyond. And I wanted to start with this. The primary prayer for me as it would be, and as I prayed about it and thought about it and wrote it down, is this: that we would be the church that we say we are. You know, I just kept coming back to that thought. My deepest prayer for us is that we would be the church we say we are. And you know, for so many people, words are just words, right? Websites are just websites. Social media posts are just social media posts. And it's all just sort of fluff or marketing or advertisement or manipulation of some sort. But in all the fluff, it isn't real. And we want it to be real here at MRC. It is so important to us that we are who we say we are here at MRC. So it stands to reason, if we're going to be who we say we are, we need to know who we are before we can ever head down that road, right? Well, Ken next week is going to really be focusing in on that with you, but here at MRC, from day one, I want you to understand this. Long before we had a building, long before we had our first Sunday in the old middle school, long before we set out on this adventure as a church, we have never wavered from who we say we are. It's never been optional. It's never been a secret. It's always been out there from day one. We have been locked into the primary objective Jesus gives the church, and that is to reach people for Him. This has never changed. This has never been a secret. And it never will change here at MRC. So here's our vision statement. This is something you'd see on our website, and it's meaningful to us. Our vision statement is imagine. Imagine a church that wasn't built around people's likes or dislikes, but instead was unapologetic, passionate, and relentless in pursuing the lost. This is who we say we are. This is who we've been and who we focus on being from day one. We focus on reaching the lost and empowering Christians to understand that they will find their purpose and real life, the best version of themselves, as they engage God's plan and follow God's plan for us that's found in Scripture and in His Word. And when we do what God asks us to do, we experience everything that we always wondered why we don't quite experience in Christianity when we're not engaging what God's up to. We call this the mission of Christ, and we invite everybody into it with us. Now, to be transparent with you, watching how Christians respond to the mission of Christ and what Scripture's asked of us Christians to do and be, that's been quite an experience over the years. It's interesting, you know, we come to this church that says it isn't about us, and we love that, and we agree with that. We say that it's all about those who need Jesus' love as much as we all need Jesus' love in our lives. And it's an important thing that we know coming in, and it's wild to watch people come in, see it, know that it lines up with Scripture, agree with it, tell other people about it, and all the while they're nodding yes in agreement with what it is. They're wondering in their hearts and minds, well, it's not about me, but well, then what's in it for me? This has been amazing for us to watch over time. And we could say it, but it didn't mean that we were living it out or that we wanted to engage in it well. And we have to be the church we say we are, not only for those around us in deep need of God's love and Jesus in their lives too, not only to model real Christianity to those around us, but also for our own spiritual maturity and development. So many Christians, they read Scripture, they have knowledge, and they've been around church for a long period of time. And it's wild to me because they'll decide from that, the longevity around a church, the amount of time they spend, their attendance record, their knowledge, they decide and believe themselves to be spiritually mature. But that's not what spiritual maturity actually is at all. It's not how it's measured. It's measured by love. It's found in our ability to not focus on ourselves, but to love, to live out what we believe, to serve and to engage the mission of Christ. Now, I was thinking about this coming out here today, this concept of spiritual maturity. It really lines up with just maturity in general, like in life. Like, can you be a 50-year-old and be immature? Can you be a 20-year-old and be more mature than a 50-year-old? Yeah, but somehow in church we decide if we've been here long enough, we are spiritually mature. And that's just not it. It's found in our inability or ability to focus on others and love others well. It's measured by love. This is found all through Scripture. Jesus constantly challenges the prideful, the self-focused, and those who have knowledge but no love, no ability to live out the information they so proudly know in their heads. And because Jesus did that and pressed on that, so do we, because we follow him. This is the primary prayer that we have for you in 2024 and beyond, that we would be the church we say we are.